And I'm glad you brought up numbers, because I think I think even the numbers are meant to be taken symbolically or metaphorically, and in other words, they're not there for the numerical values or the length of time, the temporal value that that they would offer. They're there for the theological meaning or the metaphorical meaning, and trying to think where I was going with this.
Well, you think the numbers,
Right.
they're
So, for
important
example, we have
because of
the
that.
most famous one is the number seven. So when the author uses the number seven in his vision, especially in chapter 4 through 22, it's always, why are there seven seals? Why not 10, or why not three, or what? It's because seven indicates either perfection or completeness. And
Yeah.
so this is the complete judgment of God. Seven trumpets. This is the complete. I don't think John is saying you can count off seven and that's all there are, or there's going to be seven distinct judgments that follow in this order. He's just saying this is the complete
Okay. This is
judgment
it
of God.
in total. Yeah.
Right, in total. Or the number 12. When you get to whenever often when John describes a people of God, it's like with 144,000, or in the New Jerusalem. Why is the city of Jerusalem, all the measurements are multiples of 12?
Right.
It's because 12 is the number of the people of God, 12 tribes of Israel, 12 apostles of the Lamb. So again, John's not saying, the city is literally, he's not giving you an architectural blueprint. He's saying this is the complete, perfect people of God.
Yeah.
The final manifestation of God's people in fulfillment of
like
God's
the number 144,000, that's not the literal number of people that are going to
Right.
be there.
Yeah, again,
Some people say
it's
that.
right. It's John's thinking 12 times 12, 12
Yeah.
tribes of Israel, 12 apostles. So 12 being the people of God in Old Testament, New Testament, 12 times 12 is 144 times 1,000, a large, complete, whole number. So this is the full, whole, complete people of God. So he's not saying, there's going to be 144,000, and after that, good
That's
luck.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Good luck.
so he's not using the numbers. Back in chapter 2, which church is it? He says you will be thrown in prison for 10 days, or you will
yeah.
you will suffer persecution for 10 days.
Yeah.
Why 10? Well, I think even that is symbolic of a limited, it'll be intense, but a limited period of time. That happens to be the amount of time that in the book of Daniel, that the three friends of Daniel were tested for a period of 10 days. So I think all John is saying is you'll be tested for a period, a short, he's not saying after 10 days of, you're free, you're out of the weeds after that, and you're safe. He's just saying you're going to suffer, but it's going to be for a limited period of time in this using, and John uses his numbers like that a lot, not to give you a literal period of time, but for their symbolic or metaphorical value to say something.